Here's your quick guide for every single side Easter egg in the Black Ops 6 Zombies map Terminus. By far the easiest and most rewarding Easter egg on this map is the Meteor side quest. This simple Easter egg can be done very quickly and has the ability to grant you some insane free loot like Rayguns and Perks. To do this Easter egg, you'll first need to put dead wire on your weapon using the weapon armory. This won't require you to upgrade your weapon or anything, and you can use any weapon to do this. Head back towards the spawn room, and behind the spawn building you'll see this blue orb on the tower. You'll need to shoot this blue orb, and when it's shot, the tower will light up red. Now head to the other side of the spawn room, and just outside of stamina up you can see another tower. Shoot the orb on this one and you'll now need to progress an entire round. Head over to the void cannon, and when you activate this trap it will shoot a laser beam in the sky, shooting down a meteor, and this meteor will end up crashing onto Castle Rock Island. Grab a boat and head to this location. Here you'll find a ton of good rewards such as Rayguns, perks, kill streaks, and more. Ever wanted to race against your friends to compete for some amazing rewards? Well, now you can with the boat race Easter egg in Terminus. Even if you don't have any friends, you can compete with yourself in this Mr. Peaks minigame. To activate this side quest, you'll need to grab a boat and head towards Crab Rock Island. At the back right side of this island, down in the water, you'll find a boat with a glowing red light. Simply interact with this by holding X or square, and this will instantly start the boat race minigame. You'll need to enter each time trial as zombies and tentacles try to block you and ruin your score. Once you cross the finish line, the game will end, and Mr. Peaks will grant you rewards based on your performance during the minigame. The rewards vary, but it's possible to earn some amazing items like mutant injections and gold tier weapons. Moving on to the Mega Stuffy Easter egg, this will grant you a pet that will follow you around the map and kill zombies at your side for a couple minutes. It's honestly one of the coolest things found on this map, and the only requirements for obtaining this pet is to collect 6 stuffed animals scattered across the map. The first one can be found right next to stamina up in this locker. Simply interact with it and it will disappear. This means you have collected 1 out of 6 stuffies. For the next one, head over to the sea tower, and if you turn around just on this bridge you'll find a monkey sitting in this corner. Pick him up, then head down into the mines. Right next to the gobblegum machine you can find your third stuffy, being an elephant. The next one is found in the biolab just next to the crafting table, and for the next 2 you'll need to grab a boat. Now head over to the shipwreck area, and right next to the mystery box you'll find your 5th animal, being a duck. The 6th and final piece to this Easter egg is found on Crab Island just behind this light. Pick up your last remaining stuffy. You can now head back to the living quarters, and here you'll find all 6 stuffed animals scattered across the room on their respective beds. Walk up and interact with any of the 6, and this will cause every stuffed animal to float into the middle of the room and merge into one called the Mega Stuffy. This cute flying pet is incredible, and not only will it kill zombies for you, but during the duration it's active it will always revive you, meaning if you're on solo you'll be momentarily invincible. A little secret in the biolab is a hidden oxygen tank. This will allow you to stay underwater longer, and it's really easy to get. Just under the pack-a-punch machine you can find this glowing rock. Now if you shoot any explosive weapon or throw a grenade, the rock will move and reveal an oxygen tank. Probably the best side Easter egg we've seen in Call of Duty Zombies is on Terminus, and this one allows you to get a ton of free legendary tier weapons and an amulet that will award you permanent double points for the remainder of the game. This is a fairly long quest, and to do this you'll first need to buy the brand new perk Melee Macchiato. Once this has been purchased, you can head into the sea cave, and in here you'll find a broken wall. If you melee this wall, it will reveal a dead captain with a map. Interact with this and the map will update with a giant red X on a random location on the map. You'll need to head to this location and find a watch in the water. Pick it up and return it to the captain. The map will update and 3 new locations will be marked. Head to the shipwreck, and here you'll find a skeleton. You'll need to throw your Molotov cocktail on top of his body, and this will spawn in a red mini boss. Kill this mini boss and he will drop a cursed coin. Picking this up will decrease your health regeneration by a large amount, so be extremely careful. Once done, head to Castle Rock Island and repeat the exact same thing we did on this skeleton. Kill the boss and pick up his coin. Your last skeleton will be at Temple Island. Once this mini boss is killed, pick up his coin and return to the captain. Here the captain will award you with 3 legendary tier weapons. However, this isn't the end of the quest, as the captain will mention a chest hidden somewhere on Crab Island, and as you could probably guess, we now need to go to Crab Island. You'll want to stay here for a good 2 to 3 rounds, at which a lightning storm will happen. When this happens, a chest will spawn on the back side. Opening this will grant you a cursed talisman. This talisman will double all points you earn, meaning you will receive 230 points for a headshot kill, and this will last for the remainder of the game. This allows you to get an extremely large amount of points in no time. However, as this is a cursed talisman, by no surprise there is a negative effect. You will lose points every single time you get hit. Now this isn't as bad as it sounds, as there is a delay on this, so if you get trapped and die, all of your points will not be missing. Scattered across Terminus is a ton of free power-ups that can be found and activated at any given time. The first one is a double points in the biolab. If you come into the room with the mystery box, you can find a double points icon behind these boxes. Shooting this symbol will spawn a double points into the map. For your next power-up, you'll need to grab a grenade, and this has to be a grenade. This will not work with any explosive weapons. If you walk just outside of the spawn room, you'll see this guard tower, and if you throw a grenade up into it, a free max ammo will spawn. Our last power-up can be found on Crab Island, and just like our free double points, this one is hidden just outside of this zombie spawn. You'll see a nuke icon, and shooting this will spawn in a free nuke. For some free rewards, rewards and loot, check the water in the biolab as multiple chests spawn underwater. These can spawn anywhere, so just look around. They have a huge glow, so they're really easy to notice, and you can pull some nice rewards from these chests. The creepiest Easter egg currently in Black Ops 6 is on Terminus, and this is a jump scare, but it's not your typical Call of Duty Zombies jump scare. This one will actually scare you, and it's extremely easy to do. In the spawn room, there's an elevator, and if you take the elevator from the spawn room down to the biolab, you can activate this. For this to happen, you need to jump as soon as the door closes, and this has to be done perfectly, otherwise this won't work. The elevator will stop, and you'll hear an evil laugh play. Your screen will also start flashing, and zombie eyes are scattered across the wall. This Easter egg can actually be done an infinite amount of times during a match, and if you ever wanted to troll your friends, you could do this to them, and I bet they would freak out. Our next Easter egg involves a free perk. This is a pretty tedious quest, even though it is very easy. Grab a boat and drive around the map out in the sea. Eventually, you'll come across an island that has a spore on it, and when shot, a parasite will spawn in. You'll need to shoot every spore on this island and kill all of the parasites. These spores can spawn on any island on the map, and your spawns will not be the same as mine. Just drive around until you end up finding them. You'll need to progress the round, and on the next wave, you'll have to repeat this step. These spores will spawn on a different island this time. Again, just drive around until you find them. Once done with that, progress the round once more and repeat the previous step. Once you've done this 3 times, head over to the sea cave, and here you'll find more spores. Shoot these spores, and once all spores have been shot, you'll be granted a free perk power up alongside some free gold tier loot. Just like the previous side quest, we have another free perk Easter egg. However, this one is much easier to do. When you're in the biolab, there's multiple cages on this side of the lab. Each cage has a random chance of housing a zombie. You'll need to kill every zombie that is in these cages, then progress the round. This time, spiders will respawn in the cages in place of the zombies. Again, just kill every spider and progress the round. Now this time, a single mangler will spawn in. Once you kill this mangler, you'll be granted a free random perk, and every player in your game will also get this perk. Another easy minigame Easter egg can be found on Crab Island. The only thing you will need to activate this minigame is either to build or obtain a Molotov. As soon as you have that, head on to Crab Island. Just on top of this rock, you'll find a small cage. Throw your Molotov, and just on the floor, a ton of crabs will end up popping up. Melee these crabs, and this will put you in a quick 30-second game of whack-a-mole. Complete this minigame, and you'll be granted rewards. You can earn some pretty good loot from this, such as free perks and legendary tier weapons. The most random Easter egg isn't really an Easter egg, but on Terminus, if you have the beam smasher and head on to Temple Island, you can find a sentinel artifact near the back. If you use the alternate ability on your beam smasher, this will teleport you back to the spawn room, and from what I've tested, you'll always be teleported to the same location. This isn't the only way to teleport around the map, as if you activate the void cannon on the gun platform, you can jump up and be sucked into it. This will teleport you anywhere on the entire map. The most useless side quest on this map is the ability to cook fish. However, this will grant you an achievement, so to do this, you'll first need to head into the biolab, then find some fish in the water. These have a few different spawns, but they're easy to see, so just look around until you find them. Cook a grenade and throw it at the fish. This will kill them and give you some loot. Now interact with the fish, and this will pick them up. Now you may not see the fish disappear, but they are in your inventory. I'm not sure if it's bugged as of right now, but don't worry if it's still there. Head into the mess hall and pick up this oil in the corner. The next piece can be found on the other side of the mess hall. Pick up this can of beans, then head over towards the spawn. Just next to these stairs, you can find a little plant. Our next piece can be found just on top of this fridge in the living corners. You'll find salt, pick it up, then head into the engineering room. Here you'll find batteries on the table. Now our last piece is in the biolab. This is a brain that's located just outside of the mines. Once you've acquired all ingredients, head back to the mess hall, and right next to where you picked up the oil, you'll find 2 pans. Interact with the one on the left, and this will put all ingredients into the pan and mix them together. Now if you progress around, the fish will finish and grant you an achievement for doing this, and as of currently, the side quest is absolutely useless. Our final side quest is going to be a part of the main Easter egg, and this is building the beam smasher. To build this weapon, you need to put dead wire on any weapon of your choice, then make sure pack-a-punch is on the top side of the map. From here, interact with the lift, and as you go down, you'll see a window with an electric box. You'll have to shoot this, then turn around to your right, shoot this electrical box, then the last one can be found on the middle of the wall. Shoot this, then head all the way back up to the living quarters. Right next to the generator, you'll find another electric box. Shoot this, then walk outside, and your last electrical box is right here. Once this has been shot, a secret room will open, and this is where you build the beam smasher. Enter this room and kill this zombie on the floor. This will drop an item called the EMF fob. Pick it up, and you'll now need to interact with 3 computers scattered across the map. These computers have corresponding names for each location, being X, Y, and Z. The Y computer can be found by the spawn room in the storage area. Interact with this, then head towards the docks, and here you can find X right next to the mystery box. And your final laptop can be found just outside of the stamina room. Activate this, then make your way into the C tower. Here you'll spot a briefcase, and opening this will reveal an item called the multiphasic resonator. Pick this up and head into the engineering room. Here you'll want to pick up this battery on the table and head back into the room we opened earlier. Interact with the computer, and you'll now need to put together an equation using the computers we just activated, but to be more efficient, you can just go into the spawn room and pay Weaver 5,000 points, and he will solve the code for you. Now enter this code into the computer, then wait an entire round. Once the next wave starts, the computer will pinpoint a location on the map and you need to head to that location. This step will be the same no matter where the map takes you, just at a different area. Once you arrive, a giant blue orb will be floating in the sky. You need to place your resonator by interacting with this orb. Now a bunch of zombies will spawn in and the orb will infect the zombie with the blue mist. You need to kill that zombie and pick up the mist and then walk into the orb. You need to do this 2 times and the orb will move onto a different island. Before you head off onto your next island, make sure you pick up your resonator. You need to do the exact same thing we just did again. However, this time the orb will be green. Once complete, pick up your resonator and repeat this exact process one more time on a purple orb at your final island. Once you finish filling this orb with mist, you will be granted your final part to the beam smasher. Head back into the room we unlocked earlier and at the very back you can build your wonder weapon. This is needed for the Easter egg, but you can also use this to get a free beam masher on Terminus. If you enjoyed this short guide to all of the side Easter eggs on Terminus, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to learn every Liberty Falls side Easter egg, click the video on screen now. But thanks for watching and good luck with your Easter egg attempts.